Where do I start? Where do I start? Obviously, from the first whistle. Oh my God, what a mental game that was. I don't think I've ever seen a crazier game at Bramall Lane, and that is saying something. Maybe the Nottingham Forest um, semi final of the playoffs back when. Well, that, my friends, that was a crazy, crazy game of football. Probably a game of football that we didn't deserve anything from, but we managed to get a point. So that is something. That is something that we can kind of take away as yeah, we didn't deserve it, but we managed to get the 3 points. Managed to get the point or managed to get something from that game because we were absolutely dreadful for probably all the second half, in my opinion. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. A lot of people giving Hecky a lot of stick for the the lineup, really. Like, I don't think it was a terrible lineup. I really don't. I was thinking we looked so much more balanced than we did against Stoke last weekend away from home. So much more balanced. The defense looked better. The midfield looked great because it looked like Norwood was playing as a defensive midfielder, and then McAtee was on the left and Doyle was on the right. And them two just kind of going up and down, kind of like Lundstrom and Fleck, obviously a few years ago, a couple of years ago. And McAtee obviously got the early goal, and a lot of people saying that McAtee shouldn't have been starting in this game. And I thought he had a decent game, to be honest. I thought we actually attacked for most of this game really, really well. We just defended dreadfully, really, really badly. But 2 minutes in, and Doyle has a goal choked off. Billy Sharp was miles offside, and the Blackpool defence probably stopped, but Doyle put it in the back of the net. Definite. I don't need to see that back. I really don't, because I've been at the game today. Do not need to see that back to wonder whether that was a goal or not. It was 100% offside. But we didn't have to worry too much because 6 minutes later, McAtee scores a great goal, a very, very well-worked goal. I believe it was Doyle whips in an absolutely fantastic cross. It was vintage Ollie Norwood, that cross from Doyle. Billy Sharp nods it back across, and James McAtee just brings it down perfectly and just nudges it past the goalkeeper on the kind of volley, like flicks it past the goalkeeper, just gets it past him and then past the defender as well, who nearly cleared that off the line. But no, gets it in 1-0. Very, very composed in that position because he could have tried heading it. He could have tried bringing it down and volleying it, but he brought it down. I think it was on his chest and then just kind of flicked it past the goalkeeper. That's what you want to see in the final third from midfielders and strikers. But yeah, very, very well taken goal. Billy Sharp, great header back into his path. So yeah, fantastic goal for me. And then in the 23rd minute, we huffed and puffed, and then we eventually got a goal. We had a Medine volley, or Blackpool had a Medine volley before that just went over the bar that could have gone in. That was probably their only chance in this game that they didn't take. Medine puts it over the bar. 23rd minute, like I was saying, Iliman Ndiaye heads the ball past the goalkeeper after some great work from Ollie Norwood down the right-hand side. He could have tried to float the ball in, but he pushed on and manages to get past the final defender on the right and hits a really, really good low cross, which the goalkeeper saves. It kind of flicks up in the air and then dies there to just head it past the goalkeeper. Very, very good. Another well-worked goal. Like, it was, you could say, lucky in a way because it landed perfectly for Ndiaye, but Ollie Norwood certainly made that look. Very, very good low cross that the keeper just couldn't grasp. So yeah, that's us 2-0 up. I'm thinking they do look dangerous on the attack, on the break, but I'm thinking we're fine here. We just need one more goal. One more goal will finish this game off. Who would have thought that one more goal would have come in the 90 plus 8th minute for us to only just get a draw against 9 men? Absolutely mental. Anyway, 30th minute, 7 minutes later, Jerry Yates outmuscles Ben Osborne, out muscles him, out jumps him, and heads it past Wes right in the corner. Very, very well taken goal. My only problem with Osborne, other than sometimes his attacking kind of mindset, is that he's always just going to get bullied. He's always going to get bullied. And even George gets bullied at times. But George is obviously a lot more muscular than Osborne. And when Osborne is playing at left wing back or left back, and he's in those positions. I don't know why he was on the right hand side. It must have originally come from a corner or a free kick or something. But he's on that right hand side. And like I said, Jerry Yates just knocks him out of the way, heads it in the corner. Very, very well taken goal. Nice little ball into the box. But Osborne shouldn't really be marking a player that's looking to score a goal, really, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, every player in the box is looking to score a goal. So, yeah, can't really say that, I don't think. But yeah, again, Osborne gets out muscled in the box and they score a goal. It's 2-1 though, and I'm thinking, again, all we need to do is take the next goal and then that's it. That's it. We've won. We've won the game. And then in the 36th minute, this is the difference between winning a game and what happened. 36th minute, Illy battles with their defender, I think it was the big defender that got sent off. He battles with him in the corner. He manages to nick the ball off him. No foul, obviously. A ball eventually gets crossed over from Osborne. Baldock heads it back. And then Doyle, I think it was a bit on the swivel, hits this ball. It's just not in the corner enough. The keeper makes a fantastic save. And that would have been 3-1. And for me, I know they scored another 2 goals after this, but 3-1, I think they're dead and buried. I really, really do. Blackpool were great today. Blackpool were fantastic in every department, but that would have been game over, I think, if we'd have gone 3-1 up there and Tommy Doyle would have put the ball in the back of the net past the goalkeeper. But it wasn't to be. And in the 42nd minute, a few minutes before half-time, Jerry Yates, yet again, scores. And a fantastic finish it was. It was a floater ball to the back post. He comes in on the kind of angle and side foot volleys right into the corner. No chance for Wes for either of those 2 goals. I don't know who's marking him, to be perfectly honest. Basher's got a man. Baldock's miles out of position. So I don't know whether that's Baldock that should have been back there or whether that's Basham who should have gone across and he should have brought Egan across or something like that. But somebody is not marking a man there, and he stood at the back post, just ready to volley. And wherever Yates hits this, it's probably going in the back of the net because it was quite close to the goal. He caught it very, very well. All you got to do is get it on target. As long as it's not down the keeper's throat, it's probably in the back of the net. But Jerry Yates, fantastic finish. Really, really good finish. And should be very, very proud of that one. When you play football, you know how difficult that finish is. And yeah, fair play to him. In the 45th minute, I'd gone down for a pie and a pint because I was, 1, annoyed that they'd got back into the game after us being 2-0 up, and 2, was starving. And McAtee, I'm just watching on the TV downstairs in the concourse, and McAtee cuts inside, and it looks like he gets brought down. I wasn't 100% sure at the time because the TV was so far away from me, and I couldn't see whether he got caught or not. Apparently, he got caught. So that should have been a penalty, and that should have been hopefully 3-2 with Billy Sharp taking the penalty. But yeah, the penalty that we did get, Billy Sharp was not on the pitch for, and yeah, you know where this goes, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. We go into half time. There are a few kind of murmurs and boos and things like that when the players went off, because at the end of the day, you're at home, you're 2-0 up against a team that's not exactly vying for top 6. You should not be conceding 2 goals in that same half and go in drawing. But anyway, in the 50th minute, 5 minutes into the second half, panic stations around the ground because Blackpool score yet again. That's from 2-0 down to 3-2 up. Blackpool go. The ball comes across. Egan tries to intercept. If he leaves it, this probably doesn't end up in the back of the net, but he tries to intercept it. I'm not blaming Egan in the slightest. To be honest, he's tried to intercept it. It's not worked out for him. It's worked out perfectly for Kenneth Dougal just to run onto it and just send Wes the wrong way and put it in the back of the net. 3-2 Blackpool. How did that happen? I'm still thinking that we're playing quite well going forward, especially in the first half. I still thought all the way through the first half, we were a threat. We were always a threat. We scored 2 goals. We could have had another we got another really good chance through Tommy Doyle, as I've just explained. Obviously, they go 3-2 up in the 50th minute. And then after that, we're having loads and loads of waves of attacks. Nothing's dropping for us. Nothing at all. And then really, what I'm going to do, I can't remember the times of the red cards, but I'm just going to go through all the big things that happened now, because there were still a few more chances that kind of went across the box, didn't quite fall for us, kind of got pulled back and it just didn't quite work for us. But 2 red cards came in quick succession. Marvin Ekpiteta, I'm going for, gets sent off for Blackpool. Brewster pushes it past him. Really, really good play. Gets brought down. I didn't realise that it was already on a booking. Gets sent off. There's no. To be fair, these 2 sendings off, I thought the referee could have bottled both of them, to be honest, especially the second one. Fair play to him, he didn't, but they should have no qualms about both of these players being sent off, because Brewster pushes it past him. It brings him down. Brewster's going through. Now, I'm not saying he's one-on-one, but Brewster's getting into a really, really good position to pull the ball across the box or have a shot himself. The player brings him down. The player gets sent off. Now it's 11 against 10, and I'm thinking, God, it's normally even more difficult when the other team's down to 10 men when you're trying to score. And then a few minutes later, Dominic Thompson gets sent off, very, very similar, a second bookable offence, but this time NL nudges him kind of towards the boards to try and I think we were getting a corner. I think NL just nudged him towards the boards to be like, let's stop him from getting to the ball so that we can get the corner. And then he comes across and just boots the ball at him, which it was stupid. And especially when you're booting the ball at a big 6'15" Bosnian man that then comes running after you. I'm glad NL didn't do anything, or we may have been down to 10 men and they may have been down to 9. But Dominic Thompson gets sent off for kicking the ball at him. Stupid thing to do, especially when you've just gone down to 10 men. And really, I think if they are down to 10 men against us, they don't concede. I think he's lost them 2 points today, Blackpool. We weren't good enough. We really weren't. Blackpool deserved the win for me. But Dominic Thompson getting sent off for that was just stupid. Absolutely stupid. We then get a penalty. Ball flighted in towards NL. He gets a little tug. He goes down. Hal messaged me after the game saying we shouldn't have had that penalty. I don't know. I've watched it back. I've definitely seen him given. There wasn't a lot in it. There wasn't a lot for him to be falling to the ground, but we got the penalty. Thank God for that, because I was thinking this is the only way we're going to score here. And then Brewster goes and hits the post. The whole ground cheers because it looks like he's smashed that into the top bin. Looked like an amazing penalty. It hits the inside of the post and comes out. That is such a thing to happen to Brewster. It really is, bless him. Like, he was just trying to make sure this hits the back of the net, and he just made sure too much. Like, at that point, all I was saying in my head, smash it down the middle. Just smash it down the middle. There's no way that the keeper is diving. There's no way that the keeper is not diving. Just smash it down the middle. It's an easy goal, and then we go for him again. Because I think this was around about the 90th minute, something like that. So we probably had about 8 to 10 minutes left, something like that. Bruce hits the inside of the post. I'm like, no, that's it. That's got to be it. But we had loads of time left. Basham missed an absolute sitter at the back post where all he had to do was fall onto the ball and it goes in the back of the net. And he misses it. It goes past him. I've not seen it back on the highlights, which I did watch the highlights just before I started this video. It wasn't on there. Neither was Anel's offside goal as well, because a ball played to the back stick. Anel's on top of that and puts it in the back of the net. That was given offside. And Hecky's already said that it wasn't offside. I've seen a lot of fans saying it wasn't offside. Also, Hal did mention as well that there was a blatant handball that the referee missed, which is gutting as well. But saying that, who would take it? No one's missed one. I've seen McBurney miss one before. Bruce has missed before. Bruce has missed again. And you know what? As soon as I saw us win that penalty, I was shouting for Iliman Ndiaye to take this, because Iliman Ndiaye has probably scored the most pressured penalty in the last 10 years for us. That penalty against Forest to keep us in the tie when two seasoned penalty takers or seasoned players in Hourahan and Norwood have both missed. One of the youngest lads on the pitch, one of the most inexperienced players on the pitch, steps up, sends the keeper the wrong way, rolls it into the corner. Iliman Ndiaye needs to take these penalties, either Ndiaye or Sander Berger. Obviously, Sander Berger was not playing in this game. He's injured until after the World Cup. But Sander's never missed in whatever he's taking, whether it's a penalty in a game, whether it's a penalty in a shootout. Iliman Ndiaye, the coolest man on the planet when he took that penalty. That was time for a cool head. And Brewster, I'm just saying that, I don't know. I don't want to say anything I'm going to regret here. But Brewster, it's not happening for him at Bramall Lane. It's just not. And he gets that. And you know what? If he puts the ball in the back of the net, that's great confidence for him. And maybe that's what a lot of the lads were looking at. But in that situation, when we've got kind of 10 minutes to go to get a winner, if we score that penalty, I just feel like someone with a cooler head should have took it. Maybe even Norwood, to be honest. Norwood scored a fair few. He missed his last one. But if you miss one, does that mean you're off and for good? I don't know. Or has he missed a couple? I can't remember now. I just wish Billy Sharp would have been on the pitch to take it. But Brewster misses the penalty. Absolutely devastated. I'm thinking that this is us done. Absolutely done. We took probably 5 or 6, or Doyle took 5 or 6 corners, doing the exact same thing every single time, just whipping it to that front post. And they had about 6 men in front of the goalkeeper at all times. So, like, what are you doing? And the thing was, and I was just stood waiting for the ball, and he could have rolled it to him, pushed it out of his feet, maybe took another touch, and had a go. I'd much rather have that than constant corners coming into the box. We actually got lucky because one of these corners ended up in our third goal. It was a cross that the goalkeeper parried away. I think a lot of Blackpool fans will feel aggrieved because they thought that McBurney fouled the goalkeeper. Watch it back, lads. Watch it back, lads. It definitely wasn't a foul. McBurney's got close to him, but he's not done anywhere near enough to knock the goalkeeper over. And actually, if the goalkeeper doesn't fall over so easily like that, the goalkeeper's on his feet still, and he probably saves Ollie Norwood's volley. But nothing, I don't want to take anything away from Ollie Norwood because he hits a fantastic volley along the ground. It just manages to get through everyone and ends in the back of the net. Now, I didn't even celebrate that goal. I really didn't, because I thought, yeah, fair enough. We've gained a point. I saw that Hecky put, or I've seen United put on Twitter. I've not watched the video, but Hecky was delighted with a point. We shouldn't be delighted with a point in the slightest. I'm sorry for being really negative, but come on. We should have scored 6, 7, 8, or 9 today. Fair enough. I don't think we were fantastic in the second half attacking, but the amount of chances, especially in them last 15, 20 minutes, that we should have put away, we could have won this game 7-3, 8-3, 6-3, whatever. We just did not put our chances away. The referee was poor as well. I'll talk about Wes and Shane Lavery in a second. But I do think the referee was very, very, very poor at stopping them from just wasting time constantly. Because Blackpool were the biggest time wasters I have ever seen at Bramall Lane. We've had a few of that recently with QPR and with Birmingham, but this took the biscuit today. And I'm not even blaming Blackpool, because if this was us, and no disrespect to Blackpool, but they've come to Bramall Lane away from home. We are top of the league, or we were top of the league before this game. They're not exactly in the. I don't think they're even in the top half. 3 points away at Sheffield United is three very, very good points. Even a point, if you ignore the game and just focus on the result, a 3-3 draw for them is a good result. That's no disrespect. They must know it. Everybody knows it. Coming to Bramall Lane or coming to top of the league away from home and winning the game, that's a really, really good 3 points. So them wasting time at every little bit, I understand. If we were on if we were on the kind of ascending end, I'd be saying, yeah, do it. If the referee's letting you get away with it, keep doing it, because we'll probably get a result out of it. The referee should have done something about it. The referee should have walked them off, hurried them off the pitch. He's like just tapping his watch, like, yeah, I'm adding it on. They had 2 red cards where the players were walking off really, really slow. They made probably 4 or 5 substitutions that took probably 40 to 45 seconds to get off the pitch, if not more. It could have even been a minute. And there were so many other things that were happening. A penalty, disallowed goals. The referee should have added at least 10 minutes on, if not 12. He adds 8 on. He's saying, I'm stopping the watch for this. That's what he's saying. And he's not. He's clearly not. But for me, I would much rather the referee either book the player or walk him off himself, or like push him off the pitch, because it's not on doing things like that. It's on if you're trying to kind of get a result out of a game, but the referee shouldn't allow that to happen. So yeah, not good enough refereeing, not good enough. We should have got a penalty in the first half. Obviously, we got a penalty in the second half. Somebody said we should have had we had another goal disallowed as well. I can't even remember that. There were that many things that happened. And then finally, Wes and Shane Lavery both getting sent off, and a probable 3-match ban for both players is just farcical. It really is. I don't know why they're even arguing it middle of pitch in the first place. Like, Wes is miles away from that. Wes, just walk off the pitch, mate. There's no need to get involved. But Wes grabbed him by the scruff of the neck and like kind of decked him. I don't actually know why Shane Lavery was sent off, to be honest. It didn't seem like he did a lot. It seemed like he tried to stop Wes from getting involved. He may have said a couple of things to him. There's no way that Wes just gets like someone grabs you to stop you from getting involved, and Wes does that to you. I'm sure Shane Lavery done more than that to Wes. But yeah, they both got sent off. Hecky said after the game, "Oh, we'll see if we can get it rescinded." Have you seen it? He grabs him by the scruff of the neck and decks him. Now, he's not punched him. It's not violent conduct, but it is at the same time. It is violent conduct. That's why he's been sent off. If that happens in the game, he's still probably getting sent off. Like, it's still the rules. So, yeah, a crazy, crazy day at the office for the Blades. I don't particularly think we played amazingly. We were definitely better than the Stoke game. It's great to see some of the players back. We've got Jack Robinson on the bench today. Anel was on the bench again today, which I think Anel will start in the next game and will certainly start to look even more balanced than we did today. Looking at that 3-3 and all the crazy things that happened, you wouldn't have thought that the team was balanced today, but I certainly think in that first half, even though I think they were individual errors at the end of the day, the first 2 goals for Blackpool were individual errors. Great, very well taken goals, the first 2 from Jerry Yates, but easily avoidable if you're defending well. But I thought we did well going forward. I thought McAtee stepped up today, obviously got his goal, but he also looked very, very dangerous in and around the box as well. I think he had a shot that just went wide when I'd gone downstairs to get a pie. So that could have been a goal. I think on the edge of the box, he played a couple of players in. There were some nice overloads going on. So there are some things to take from this game. Just not defensive performance, because I thought the defensive performance was horrific for large parts of the game. Right, I'll go through some of the comments. We've got a load of comments to get to, so thank you very much, everybody, for getting in the comments. Here we go. Every time we have an international break, we struggle. We have struggled. We've really, really struggled since the international break. Yeah, then we've got the World Cup to come, but hopefully, if we're still carrying on this downwards trajectory, hopefully the World Cup will be a welcome sort of break for us. Gaza's saying a great game for the neutral. Absolutely. I saw a Sheffield United fan put on Sheffield United Way Twitter, if you don't want to watch entertaining football, loads of things happening, don't go and watch it. And it's like, don't be annoyed at us for not winning that game when we've been entertained. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. My mate Jakes is saying that it's my fault for sitting next to Medine on the plane. Medine didn't actually do it today, but I did sit next to Gary Medine on a plane back from Magaluf one time. Time for Osborne and Basham to leave the club. Not good enough anymore. To be perfectly honest, I'm not saying to leave the club, but I'm not even getting involved in that. I'm not even getting involved. Need a new doctor and maybe a new defender. I think so. And maybe a new goalkeeper, but I'm sure Adam Davis will step up and be brilliant. Up front, way better. That's exactly what I said earlier on. I thought Billy Sharp actually played really well, and I wouldn't have took Billy Sharp off. I really wouldn't. I think sometimes it's almost like if you have to bring on these attackers, which I don't think you do sometimes. Like, I think Hecky would have got a lot of stick if he didn't bring both Brewster and McBurney on the pitch. But I think in these kind of situations, when you have to be a little bit cute, you get more space when they've got 9 men, we've got 11. Instead of crossing the ball constantly into the box, play it around. Billy Sharp will make that run in behind every single time, but it won't be when he's getting brought off. Spare a thought for the Blackpool players admitted to hospital with what? Apparently, repeated diving can be dangerous for your health. There we go. Osborne is a try, but always will be in a squad. Will be a squad player, jack of all trades. Exactly, I agree. Piss poor defending again. Mr. Nell. Brewster had his time now. He needs to move on. Wow, there you go. I don't want to give Osborne too much grief, to be honest, because it's his first start back since, a while. A hell of a long time. As a Burnley fan, you definitely have 6 fingers and webbed feet. There we go. I'm not sure why there's a Burnley fan in here, but fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Crazy game. It should have been game over at half time. You're not wrong, Michael. You're really, really not wrong. Why does Hecky keep putting Kadra on at right wing back? It's clearly not working, especially with the Blackpool having 2 off. Just put him up top. Yeah, I agree, Ryan. I agree. I thought he was really, really poor, to be honest, when he came on. Kadra, he got that ball on that right hand side, and I think when we're chasing a game like this, I don't think he's been put on at right wing back, if you like. I think he's been put on at right wing and chase back if we're struggling, especially when they've got 9 men. But if you're playing on the right wing or right wing back and you're a winger / attacking midfielder, if you get that ball on that right hand side, you've got to run. You've got to run at him. And all he kept doing, the ball came to Kadra and he passed it backwards. It was almost like the only thing we can do is give the ball to Ollie Norwood and let him either fire it to the other end of the pitch or to cross a ball. And we were wasteful. We were very, very wasteful at time. Definite contact on McAtee on the replays. There we go, Alice. Thank you for that. Nick, who did Wes take out to get the red card? Yeah, I don't know if anyone said it, but it was Shane Lavery. That's who it was. The most ridiculous game in a long time. Think Hecky got the starting 11 wrong today. Well, there you go. Dave's thinking that. Shocking selections and tactics. Okay, fair enough. The thing is, if we go 3-0 up or 3-1 up with that Doyle chance, nobody's saying that the selection's terrible or the tactics are terrible. I think you've got to put the blame at the defence, to be honest. You shouldn't score 3 goals at home and not win a game of football. Am I right? Am I wrong? You tell me. But I think I'm right anyway. Common sense review. just has praise or grumble on, and some of our fans need a reality check. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I hope you're saying common sense review. That's me. I hope you're saying that because I do feel like that's what I give. There's a lot of people chatting absolute rubbish on praise or grumble. Yeah, we floated the idea of doing a praise or grumble style thing on this channel after games. I think we did one. It didn't work. People came on and chatted rubbish. You just got me. You just got me. And if you don't agree with me, pop it in the comments and we'll have a chat about it. Wrong team selection. Another one, Michael. Agree that Kadra has been playing out of position and looks increasingly frustrated. We need to play to his strengths. Absolutely. But it's always great to have someone like Kadra because he is very, very influential when he fancies it. He really is. Look at that Swansea game. And he has had some he's had some good moments for the Blades, but yeah, not enough. He needs to be better than this. Standard of refereeing is years behind today's football in every league. To be honest, I think refereeing in every single country is not great, and that says a lot for football. It really does. Sharp played the assist for McAtee, so can't be too critical, surely. I don't think I ever said anything bad about Sharp. I think all I've said is good things about Sharp. I think it was a great header to McAtee. I really do. Pathetic result. I agree, Justin. I really, really do. Sharp did assist, but I think we need pacey player that can run to the ball and leave the defense behind them. The thing is, we haven't got those players. And when you're paying 20, 30 grand a week for strikers, the Prince Abdullah is not going to go, here, Heke, here's a few million to go and buy a striker when you've got Billy Sharp at the club, Ollie McBurney that cost 20 million, Bruce that cost 24 million. And he's got a couple of young lads coming through in Jebo, who I know he is injured now. And Asula's on loan at Derby, who scored, I think he scored 2 goals today. So well done to Asula for that. But why should the Prince, when he's put his hand in his pocket for these 2 big players, why should he give more money? I understand it. You either move them on, or if you can't move them on, you've got to play them. And yeah, unfortunately, we do not have a fast squad, especially not faster strikers. I agree, Nick. 9, we should have won. The standard of rest is getting worse. Absolutely. I agree, Nick. We should have won that game with all the chances we had in the second half. Blackpool are 19. We should not be happy with a point. Do you know what? I thought they were round about that place in the table, but yeah, I weren't sure. The West thing, race related. Do you know what, Dan? That did cross my mind because he did react really badly to it. But I don't think we can say that. I don't want to slander someone for no reason. I wondered why he reacted so crazily. And I don't know. Hecky really needs to show his steel now because this is an absolute mess. We're still second in the league, guys. We are still second in the league, but I understand what you're saying. Who body slams who? Lol. I left before and heard it all. I did. Do you know what? I left. And as I was just about to walk down the I forgot, onto the concourse, just before I walked down the gangway, I just heard "Rah!" And that must have been when Wes had body slammed him. I just saw people just taking Wes away. Anel looked great when he came on. Absolutely agree. Kadra looked like he had no ideas. There you go. Yeah, Wes can be a scary man. You're absolutely right. Poor point. Never should lose 2-0. Never should lose 2-0. I don't know what that means. I think you put an L on once the second goal goes in. Yeah, possibly. To be honest, I'm glad he put an L on though, because Anel is such a menace in that box and such a menace going forward. Straight away, I would have put Anel on before the 2 strikers. That's how influential I think he is. With half a team out, what other choice do we have at the moment? Matt, do you know what? We have got such a great team still at our disposal right now. This game today, looking on our bench and looking at what we've got in this squad, a lot of teams in the Championship would absolutely give a left leg for this team. So we've got a lot of injuries, but also we're getting some back, and we've got some great players. They just need a bit more confidence, I think, now, because at the moment their confidence is shot. We needed a comfortable win today, and that could have been the case if we'd have kind of taken advantage of being 2 goals up. But it wasn't to be. Let's see what we do against Coventry, and I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. But had 150 people in this for the majority, so thank you very much for everyone for being here. Hopefully, we see the Blades pick up a win soon. It seems like an age since the last time we won a game of football, but hopefully it comes sooner rather than later. Bad day at the office, in my opinion, defensively. Better going forward. We've obviously scored 3 goals, which is always great. But when you're playing 9 men, you should be winning that game. Whether we conceded 3, 5, you still should be winning that game when you've got like kind of 15, 20 minutes against 9 men. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And I will see you very soon for another championship prediction video. See you next time.